So you just finished a really good book. Done, thought, there's no more to it. Now what do? Simple, read fanfiction. In this video, we are going to discuss what fanfiction is, why we love it, and why it's actually good for you. So stay tuned. Hello my lovelies, welcome back to A Writer's Corner. Today's corner is my writing desk area. As you can see, it was actually very dirty before this, but shh, you guys don't know that I have 2 kids and this is their play area. But right now, it is mommy's office. If you're new to this channel, hello, my name is Lisa. I'm a mom of 2. I was also an ex-teacher. I currently work in the library systems as an office worker and I love it. On the topic of libraries and books, I've been reading all my life. I've also been writing for many, many years. And to be honest, the first book I ever wrote was fan fiction. It was written with one of my dearest cousins, and I still have that piece to this day. I've also been reading fan fiction or variations, and it had me thinking about why we love fan fiction. Disclaimer. If you want to write and sell or publish a piece of writing and profit from it, make sure that the items that you're using for your fan fiction is in the public domain, because there are some copyright laws and rules and regulations that you will have to work around if it's not in the public domain. So do your own homework. But if you just want to write for fun and put your writing out there because you're not ready to let go of this world or characters, then there are some fan fiction fandoms in which you can put your writing up on for free. So let's keep talking about that. To begin with, what is fan fiction? Fan fiction is exactly as it sounds. Fans of a particular fictional world create their own writings of said world to keep it alive and going. Examples include Pride and Prejudice, Star Wars, Doctor Who, Harry Potter, Sherlock Holmes,
The Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, Vampire Diaries, Marvel, My Hero Academia, BTS, Final Fantasy.
Wait, some of these are not based off of original writings, but you get the point. Fan fiction can include characters, setting, trademarks, and so on. As of 2024, most items created after 1928 are now in the public domain, and you don't have to worry about copyrights when borrowing from these items. But at the same time, please do your own research, as this area is still very tricky. And of course, you don't want to get in trouble. You don't want to, find yourself in lawsuits or whatever not. So yes, do your research. I will not be listing all of them in this video. To put it in simplest terms, fan fiction is a creator's alteration of an already existing work. Say you want to write about another journey that Bilbo Baggins in The Hobbit goes on. That's your own fan fiction. You want to write about other students and their mishaps at Hogwarts. Fan fiction. And you finally want to give Robert Langdon his happily ever after the Da Vinci Code. Fan fiction. So why do we love fan fiction? There are many reasons we love to read and write fan fiction. From a writer's point of view, we get to write. It allows us to explore a fictional world that we still love. We also get to gauge audience attention and retention on our writing style, our book, whatever you want to call it, when we choose to share the writing. We also get to practice world building with an already existing world. And we get to play with these characters and make them to our liking, so pretty much we're working on character development. We get to play with a whole new journey and plot structure, which is a lot of fun to do, and so much more. From a reader's point of view, we get to re-enter a world we are not yet ready to give up on. May the characters live on! We also get to read works by other writers and explore new situations and scenarios that the characters are faced with. Pretty much, the adventures also get to live on. While we're on this topic, I actually gave myself a writing challenge to see if I could create my own fanfiction novel, story, whatever you want to call it, just to see if I can succeed. And I will actually make a future video on that process. So stay tuned by subscribing to this channel, like this video as well to push this out to other viewers, and let's continue. Here's why fanfiction is actually good for you. I don't know if this is factual, but I feel like there's some taboo or shame around fan fiction. Like, we're not supposed to write them, we're not supposed to read them, but we do anyway. I could definitely see where the troubles may lie. Say you take a clean and wholesome romance novel and turn it full-on erotic. That could be disturbing for those of us who like the original work. You rewrite characters' personalities and their romances in comparison to the original work. Or you change up a meaning or message that the author had, which could spike up some controversy. But I'm not against fan fiction for reasons listed and what I'm going to say next. Firstly, it's magical. We get to steer a whole new story in a whole new direction. We get to try out a scenario and scrap it if it doesn't turn out. We can give characters a second chance or a second life if they sadly met their demise prior. We get to continue the story and the adventures of our hero and heroine. We get to practice our writing style and voice and get better at it. There's no right or wrong way to write fanfiction. It's a completely open world to work with, hence it's magical. Secondly, it's therapeutic. Whether you read or write fanfiction, it's therapeutic all around. Reading allows you to escape into another world and be free of your daily stressors, even if just for a few minutes to hours. Therefore, it's also a stress reliever. And writing fanfiction allows you to express your thoughts and emotions and work through them rather than hold on to them, which is bad for you. Thirdly, it's a great writing challenge. As a writer, my daily challenge is to put something down on paper to see my own progress. As you all know, I am on draft 4 of Project Emily. I'm also working on Project Amy, and I've got about 3 other projects that I'm working on in the mix. And I do this to keep it fun and so that I'm not bored, mundane, and I don't hit writer's block. That's something I learned from James Patterson. And it's a challenge, but I like it. Fanfiction allows me to better my skills, meaning all the skills I've listed prior, as well as not having to take this so seriously. Now, Project Emily is a more serious piece of writing for me, hence I'm a lot slower on it. The editing for sure is the slower piece. But when it comes to fanfiction, especially the one I'm writing, I don't have to worry about that. I could just have fun and go to town. Which brings me to number 4. Fourthly, it's fun. As mentioned before, fanfiction allows the reader and the writer to explore new scenarios, new character transformations, new relationships, and so on. There's no certainty, no right or wrong. Basically, the story can go in any direction that the creator wants it to. The creative endeavor is endless, and that's what makes it fun. And fifthly, there's a sense of community. Lovers of fan fiction, especially those in a specific fandom, get to experience belonging and community within said fandom. They can connect and discuss through forums and discussions, and even form friendships through this one commonality, which is creating fanfiction or reading fanfiction. In conclusion, there are many benefits to reading and writing fanfiction. Because of this, I wrote my own fanfiction as a writing challenge, but I'll discuss that more in a future video. Until then, thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe for more in the future, and I'll see you in those videos. Therefore, take care and have fun reading and writing. Bye! Hello my lovelies, welcome back to A Writer's Corner. Today's writing tip is teach your character a lesson. Now there are 7 things that you need to do in order for your character to become the person that they are meant to be. Steps 6 and 7 are the most vital, so make sure you watch until the end. My name is Lisa Shimkus, and I am a mom of 2 who went from teaching to lifing. I enjoy writing, reading, crafting, and learning. My channel is here to help you learn and grow through the use of books and writing, and to help you make your writing dreams come true. Every great story in history has always been about the changes that the hero must undergo in order to become a better person. For example, Lizzie Bennet in Pride and Prejudice must learn to let go of her prejudice towards Mr. Darcy by getting to know him. Harry Potter in Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone must learn to stand up for himself by facing his enemies. Now, why is this important? This is important because a flawless character is a boring character. We want a completely flawed character to fall and fail at every new thing that they try in order to get back up and learn from their failures. It's only through the failures that the character can rise victorious as a new, better character. Now, I named 2 book characters earlier. Now let's look at movie examples. Luke Skywalker in Star Wars A New Hope starts off as a kid on Tatooine who can only dream about exploring the galaxy. He's clueless and unable to help his mates when adventure comes along. However, by the end of the movie, he is determined and brave, and he uses his skills and talents to save the day. Sarah Connor in The Terminator starts off as a weak young lady. She literally has a protector around her, sent from the future. By the end of the movie, she is strong-willed, determined to live, and fights for her life. And this starts her journey to become the heroic mother that John Connor remembers her as. Phil in Juxie starts off as a quiet nobody. His only friend is his phone. And at work, as much as he wants a job promotion, he does the same boring thing every day. By the end of the movie, he has a circle of friends, a girlfriend, and that dream job. So how do you teach the character their lesson? In order to write such great movies or novels, you must teach your character a lesson. Here are 7 things you need to do for your character to become the person that they are meant to be. 1. Think about the overall lesson your character must learn from page 1 to the end. Here are some questions to consider. Do you want them to learn that they need romantic love or friendships? To learn that they need to be less stubborn or prideful? To accept that their family or friends are not good for them and that they need to start working on bettering themselves without these people? If you're unsure about what lesson you want your character to learn, use yourself as an example. What life lessons have you learned so far? Take one of those and place it on your character. 2. Remove your character from their comfort zone. If you look at the 3-act structure, you will see that Act 1 is the status quo world or the comfort zone for any character. In Act 2, they enter a different world, and this could be literal or metaphorical. They may go to a new school, move to a new town, their best friend may move away, or they may lose a partner or a parent. And this shift in the character's comfort zone is what forces them to start making changes. And the changes are what makes them the newer, better version of themselves. Here's a personal example. Back in 2013, I moved to Daegu, South Korea. I'm born and bred in the US, by the way. When I moved abroad, I had no friends and no family with me. Therefore, I had to learn to make new friends. I was very fortunate that the program that I went through allowed me to get to know other foreigners. I also had Facebook groups, and my British coworker introduced me to expats that he knew. I also had few pieces of comfort in my new apartment. Sure, I had a bed, a washer and dryer, few kitchen appliances, cold running water, and a roll of toilet paper. But I had no cell phone, no internet, no couch, not even food in the fridge or pantry. Once I was able to obtain all of this, which took about a month, it was only then that I was able to become more comfortable in my living situation. And by month 4, I was completely comfortable. Enough about me. Number 3, consider your character's weaknesses and their strengths. Now, why is this important? That's because the character's weaknesses get them into trouble and actually aids them in learning a new lesson in becoming the person that they're meant to be. And their strengths save them in the end. Consider what the weaknesses for your hero may be. Are they a people pleaser? Are they stubborn, selfish, too positive, or too negative? And then consider their strengths. Are they independent, decisive? Do they never give up on themselves? Do they stand up for others? 4. Think about the secondary characters. Secondary characters help the hero learn their lesson. These people are crucial in the storyline and must be included. They could be a love interest, a neighbor, a friend, a coworker, even the villain. The secondary characters may vary, but they each help the hero learn their lesson in their own way. For instance, the main character may allow themselves to fall in love with the love interest, which may be their lesson. A neighbor, a coworker, or a friend may nudge them gently toward the direction they need to go, and the villain may defeat their ego, teaching the hero to look for a new tactic. 5. Think about opportunities that will help your character learn their lesson. Once you have done so, thrust the character into those opportunities/obstacles. This is the only way your hero will learn their lesson. And yes, you are literally telling them, my child, you must fall and fail in life. But don't worry, they won't stay down forever. You won't let them. Here are things to consider. Is your character afraid of heights? If so, have them jump down a couple steps, get on an elevator, or go on a kiddie roller coaster ride. Has the hero had their trust broken from previous relationships? If so, have them connect with others, such as new friends, new neighbors, or coworkers, to start building bonds and start feeling safe to trust again. Before I continue, I just want to let you know that this video is actually related to this other video. If you have yet to see it, head on over and watch that after this one. Now let's continue. 6. Play with the ending of your story. This is important because you need to show that your character has learned their lesson by the end of the story. So write your ending, multiple endings, to show that the character has made the necessary changes to become the person that they are meant to be. They have learned their lesson. For example, if they started off as extremely stubborn, show them considering others' opinions. If they have been a people pleaser, show them being assertive with their no's and taking time to themselves. If they have been careless about others and very selfish, show them considering the needs of others first. And 7, write your beginning. Now that you know how your character should be by the end, write or rewrite their beginning. Their beginning should be the opposite of their ending. Play around with the beginning as well. Write multiple beginnings and play around with the character's status quo world. In conclusion, once you have a story idea in mind, think about the lesson that your character must learn throughout the novel. This is vital in creating a compelling character who is to become a better version of themselves, to become the person that they are meant to be. Follow the 7 steps and you are on your way to creating a story that will be read, reread, and even adapted into film for many years to come. Good luck and have fun writing. That's all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you need more writing tips and tricks, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! Hello, my lovelies. Welcome back to A Writer's Corner. Today's writing tip is the importance of secondary characters. I have plenty of examples to help you create the characters that you need in your novel, so watch until the end. My name is Lisa Shimkus, and I am a mom of 2 who went from teaching to lifing. I enjoy writing, reading, crafting, and learning. My channel is here to help you learn and grow through the use of books and writing, and to help you make your writing dreams come true. Every story has a hero/main character/protagonist. They are the vehicle in which your reader enters and experiences your story through. This hero, however, does not travel alone. Even if they may seem like loners, the hero will always interact with other characters. 1 or 2 or several specific characters that help the hero along their journey. These are secondary characters. For the sake of this video, I'm only going to talk about the use of 1 secondary character. And this person could be a love interest, a neighbor, a friend, a colleague, the villain even. The list is endless. Again, the role of the secondary character is to help the hero on their learning journey, either physically or metaphorically. Now, the plot does not revolve around the secondary character, but their role is still significant. Not only are they there to push the hero along, but their world is the complete opposite of the main character's world. They showcase what the main hero does not have or is not. For instance, if the hero is a girl, the secondary character may be a boy. If the hero is an only child, the secondary character may come from a big family. And this dynamic actually helps the hero in learning their lesson. I have a video on the importance of the hero and learning their lesson. You can watch it here. You might be asking yourself, how does the secondary character help out? Simple, really. The secondary character is or has what the main character wants but does not need. The need is the hero's life lesson. It's also important to note that the secondary character has their own goals and motivations. It is just as important to focus on the secondary character as it is to focus on the main hero. Understanding the secondary character creates a more compelling story overall. Let's look at book examples of secondary characters. Fitzwilliam Darcy of Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice. He is male, prideful, and has a lot of money. His role is to help the heroine, Lizzie Bennet, who comes from a middle-class family, learn to be less prejudiced. Laurie in Louisa May Alcott's Little Women. His role is to showcase what the role and responsibilities of a boy/man is in comparison to the four March sisters who are going through their changes of girlhood to womanhood. Laurie is also an only child in comparison to the four March sisters who have one another. Hermione Granger in J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. In comparison to Harry, Hermione is a girl. She's book smart, does all her studies and homework, follows the rules. She's good in every sense possible. But she lacks friends until Halloween. Her role is to show Harry what life could be like if he were to be a know-it-all. I personally love the use of the secondary characters in Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I highly recommend the book as research or study material as you create your own secondary characters. And what warms my heart about most of the secondary characters is the life lesson that they teach Harry. They tell Harry, hey, you're great the way you are. Don't stop being you. We don't care what your backstory is. You are an awesome kid and we all need you. I personally believe that we all need people like this in our lives to help us with this life lesson. Let's look at secondary characters in movies. Samwise Gamgee in The Lord of the Rings. Some backstory. Samwise, or Sam, is actually Frodo's gardener. He is also Frodo's best friend. His role as a secondary character is to not only support Frodo in getting the One Ring to its destination, but to showcase goodness in all ways possible. Sam is loyal, humble, and kind-hearted. His heart is so pure and selfless that even the ring cannot tempt nor manipulate him, in comparison to Frodo. Haku in the animation Spirited Away. Haku is part of the spirit world. He is strong-willed, determined, and brave, the opposite of the hero Chihiro, who is actually young, meek, and naive. Haku teaches the hero to be brave and to never give up, because if she does, she'll fade away from not only the spirit world, but her own human world. Samantha/Artemis in Ready Player One. Samantha is not only the love interest, but she is knowledgeable about the bad guys, whereas Wade, the hero, is clueless. With Samantha's help, Wade realizes the importance of living in reality and spending time with friends and family instead of a screen. In conclusion, the secondary characters are an integral part of any story. Their purpose is to assist the hero on their path to learning and growth. Now, although the plot does not revolve around the secondary character, they are still a part of the overall storyline. As you create characters for your writing, consider the role of secondary characters. How will they help the hero learn their overall lesson? And who will they be to this hero? Use the examples that I listed to help you create the secondary characters that you need in your world. I have a character profile chart in my novel writing kit that can help you create those characters. See the description box below. And that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching this video. I look forward to seeing you in another video. Good luck and have fun writing. Bye! If you really think about it, this phenomenon of less is more is the reason people have started going minimalistic and downsizing to tiny homes. Cheese. Okay, Russell, jump. Whoa, big jump. Don't try to be the next Stephen King or imitate the Bible or the dictionary. My name is Lisa Shimkus, and I am a mom of two who went from teaching to lifing. I enjoy writing, reading, crafting, and learning. My channel is here to help you learn and grow through the use of books and writing, and to help you make your writing dreams come true. Hello my lovelies, welcome back to A Writer's Corner. Today we are going to discuss the writing tip, less is more. Before we do that, if you're an avid reader, chances are you write a lot. You enjoy expressing yourself in words, and chances are sometimes you may write too much. And there are consequences to this. I recently came upon the book Writing for Busy Readers by Todd Rogers and Jessica Lasky-Fink. One topic Rogers and Lasky-Fink wrote about is this idea of less is more. If you really think about it, this phenomenon of less is more is the reason people have started going minimalistic and downsizing to tiny homes. The satisfactions in life are the little things. And if you're a parent, it could literally be your children. Okay, Russell, jump. Cheese. Okay, Russell, jump. Whoa, big jump. Okay, Elsie's turn. Yay, good job, Elsie. And this applies to writing. Sometimes we may want to write long emails, blog posts, and never-ending stories in order to convey our messages more. However, there are some downsides to this. According to Rogers and Lasky-Fink, more writing takes more time to read and requires more concentration. Because of this, longer messages deter readers from engaging. In short, the more you write, the less engaged your readers become. Rogers and Lasky-Fink were able to prove this by conducting an email survey. They found that twice as many people participated in the email survey when their emails were shorter and more concise, in comparison to longer emails that request that folks take part in the same exact survey. It was a ratio of 4.8% to 2.7%. What does this mean for you? If you're working on a blog post or a manuscript, revise it and cut down your word usage. For example, you may start with "because of this" and change it to "therefore." Or, "they are a person who" can become "they," and "in the time frame of" can become "while." If you're responding to an email or a text message, simplify it. Let's look at an example. "Hi Sally, I'm so sorry but I can't make it to dinner tonight. My mother just called and she needs help with yard work and moving furniture. She also needs me to take the dog to the vet. Again, I'm so sorry. Can we reschedule?" Can be revised to, "Sorry, another obligation has come up. Let's reschedule. I'll explain later." In other words, when you write a story, don't try to be the next Stephen King or imitate the Bible or the dictionary. If you're writing a text message or an email, keep it short and to the point. That way, your readers are more engaged. And note, this does not mean cutting down on descriptive words. This will actually make your writing quite bland. Instead, use precise words to convey your message. I highly suggest reading graphic novels to see how this is used. In conclusion, if you are an avid reader, you are a lover of words, and you may write too much. There are actually consequences to expressing yourself in too many words. Therefore, cut down on your word usage and use precise words instead to get your message across. Remember, less is more. That's all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like another writing tip, watch this video here, and I'll see you there. Bye!